Bessie? No. I got my Great Pyrenees out there on guard. Guarding from... Today I think he's guarding from squirrels and rabbits and chipmunks. The birds don't seem to bother him, but... Anyways, guys, welcome back to another exciting video. Northern Michigan Adventures here. Your host, that's me, DB. Done what's best. Check out my other music channel. We're going to be going over some interesting, thought-provoking pictures here today. I'm not necessarily going to even know what these are. This one here says. So let's see what it says. A Burmese map of the world showing traces of medieval European map making. Okay. I didn't get that when I first looked at this picture. I'm getting egg. Am I right, guys? And I mean, there's stories about the world being an egg, right? So that's kind of interesting. That kind of adds up a little bit. Burmese, interesting. Let's see what we got here. It looks like a bunch of islands. It looks like the egg was cracked. It's got a little tree at the top with fruit on it. That is cool. Tree of life. So the egg is cracked and all these pieces are all over, and now these look like islands. There's a ship. I haven't really looked at any of these pictures. I just downloaded them and voila, video time. Looks like some village. Wow, this actually zooms in nicely. Some kind of weird snake giraffe thing going on there. I don't know what that is. All these people have light coming from their head. Does that mean they're enlightened? So all these rivers and everything are flowing down from this area. Looks like a hill. This lake goes into this hill, through the hill there, down in all these other directions. Over to the left, we have some hills that look like they're hollowed out and people might be living in them like caves. I don't know what these big white crater things are, but they grow trees around them. That's what I notice. They all have in common, kind of. Or it's a lake. It must be another lake. Those must all be lakes. Okay, because that's what the other thing looks like. And then this weird eyeball looking thing, looks like an eyeball. Kind of spooky to me. So, and on the inside, there's a lake and trees. But that's like an eyeball. It could totally be something else, obviously. But, oh, look up here. Boom, elefante. Am I right? And some other animals. That's pretty cool. They've been around forever and a day then, am I right? And then this thing here. This almost reminds me of like the labyrinth. So, and on the inside of it is a flower. Interesting. Or is that the river? It's still part of the river, it looks like. And then you go all the way up. And boom. Looks like an apple tree or something. A tree with red on it, which might be the fruit. Yeah, these two river paths go into it, and then it fades into this. I don't know what it is. Okay, so here we got a lens, it looks like, up on a stand, kind of like a mirror, but they're using it as, a laser. It looks like here. Starting that wood on fire in the background. I don't know if, I wouldn't know exactly what this was used for if they didn't show that picture, but now that they do, I'm like, oh, laser weapon. Hey, all my YouTube friends, let's not go out and use this to make any laser weapons. Now, I mean, if you could attach one to the top of a shark's head and have sharks with friggin' laser beams on their heads, am I right? But anyway, this one I downloaded because I thought, hey, that top picture, I didn't care about the rest of it, but that top picture looks like a person laying down, like a dead person laying down. Like over at Mud Fossil University, Roger, he'd tell you that those were giants and they got stuck in the mud, flooded over, boom. And that's what they look like now. They're mountains and stuff like that. You can see tons of examples of this if you look all over the internet, the intranet. So what does this say? Manners and customs of nations. Okay. The methods of carrying nobility and commonality of the Congo. When I'm reading that, I notice that nobility and commonality and Congo are all capitalized, while the rest of the words are not. So they're putting some emphasis on there as important things. What must not be important, obviously, are the people carrying these people. Who are they? What are they? They're showing the methods of carrying the nobility. This guy up here, apparently. In commonality, this guy back here, apparently. You can't lay down, you just get a seat. But who are the guys? Are those guys slaves on? That's a bunch of crap, ain't it? Don't even get their names in the books. Come on. I have no idea what this picture is even doing in this set. Mumbo jumbo. That's all I think it is, too, is a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Let me think. They seldom live long. Female, can't read it. It belongs to mumbo. When is this dress worn? So they wear this at the darkness, when the darkness of night is approaching, for some reason. Cut that picture off, and I don't know how I got into this set. Interesting. This is scary. Look at this guy. Is this Darth Vader with his mask off? I swear. So this is a deity? Possibly half man, half woman. See that a lot. What do we got going on? Weapons of choice. Snakes and scorpions. Hello. And, oh yeah, if I'm not stepping on crocodiles and lizards, I don't know what kind of a time I'm having. So obviously right here he's having a good time. Spooky, spooky face, though. Even close up. Man, this zooms in really well. Okay, hold on. Now that I'm seeing this, it almost looks like a person with a mask on, doesn't it? Interesting. Scary. Interesting. I wonder what it says at the bottom. It said something. Number 1. A table of hieroglyphics found at Axum, 1771, in this book published in 1804. Super spooky and interesting at the same time. I haven't seen that exact thing yet. And here we go, guys. I know that you've learned a lot from these pictures in the past, but here's another one. The method of attacking the crocodile. Because, yeah, I mean, why not get out there and prove yourself against a crocodile? These guys are insane. That's got to be the toughest guy in the village. Because if you were like, yo, DB, I'm going to wrap your arm up in a bunch of this cloth. Then let's go put it down the alligator's mouth. And I'm going to give you this little dagger to defend yourself. I'd be like, hell no. I mean, this guy looks ripped. It looks like he can take care of himself. We're in a different league here, me and him. But I'm just saying, that's insane. All right, what do we have here? This is a strange one. Triangulum in loto expect indica. I don't know what that means. Triangulum. So I see a triangle right there. I don't know what that is. This looks like some sort of a root. Is it like Tulsi or something? Tularsi? That's cool. But over here, this contraption looks almost like an anvil or something weird with this compass type thing on top. I have no idea what that is. I would love to know. It says Lingam expict indica Musborg. I'll tell you what. I only know a few words of that. One is Lingam. I don't think it's spelt the same way. You can look that one up on your own. Indica. You guys know what that means if you're a herbal supplement smoker. And Borg. And it says it down here again. Borg. That just reminds me of what this lady looks like right here. Look at those eyes. What's up with the pictures of all the people with no pupils? You know? Different types of people. Robots. I don't know. I want to hear about it in the comments, guys, if you got any ideas about that. That's an interesting picture. I don't even know what in the world it's supposed to be about at all. So, let me know if you guys have any information. This I know because I can see at the bottom. It must be Hercules. But it's not just your average Hercules. It's Barbarian Hercules. And there he is. He's got his club, bam, 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 bam. And obviously a handful of fruit. I mean, there we go, guys. Hercules, like you never seen him before. Maybe you have. I have not. That's a new one. Barbarian style Hercules. Hopefully they're coming out with the action figure this Christmas. I downloaded this because this reminded me of sound technology where they can make different structures by using different sounds. I'm not saying that's what this is. I don't know what this is. I have not interpreted it. It says Radiolarian des Challenger. I don't even know what that means, guys. I would love for you to let me know in the comments what that means. I'm just going to take a look at these. They could be viruses or something. I don't know. The first one, number 12, and I guess it's not the first one then, is it? But number 12 looks like a cube thing. They got the whole cube thing going on. Pyramidal cube theme. I'm not into that. Number 5 looks like a starfish show, guys. Starfish. Number 9, evil chandelier from Hellraiser. I don't know if you've seen that movie or not, but that's exactly what that looks like. They might not have one on that movie, but if there was ever such a thing, that's it right there. Number 10, crazy looking squid. The one in the middle there is cool. Number 4, that'd be awesome tattoo or something. Looks like the sun, but with a honeycomb in the middle. Number 11, you guys know what that is. Bird feeder, am I right? I don't think so. And then number 8, wow, these are just so neat looking. Number 1 down at the bottom is really cool too. It's not coming in very well, but it's like a orb with gems on it, and then it's glowing. That's what it looks like to me. Love some more information on that, guys, if anybody's into that, knows anything about that. All right. So this is what people look like from these 4 different countries back in the day. Number 1, we have Europeans. Number 2, get a look at them. Number 2, Asiatics. I'm going to be honest with you, they don't look Asian at all to me. Interesting. Europeans look Europe. And then to the left, number 3, we have the Africans. Yeah, okay. And then number 4, we have the Americans, which, you know, that looks like George Washington with some colored feathers on his head. I have other old pictures of Americans looking this exact same way with the colored feathers and whatnot, and that's it. No other clothing really, just the headdress and the bottom here. So in some books and around the same time, this was a common theme of what the Americans looked like. They don't look like Native Americans, like what we think of today as the indigenous people, but, you know, his story was written by the victors, am I right? So the real story, or as I like to call it, the truth, is right here in front of you, folks. Ooh, the November meteors. Now, the reason I get pictures like this is a reminder that, 1, this has happened, and 2, that it can happen again. So if it does happen, some of us will have a little bit of a frame of reference, and we know that, hey, they survived it. They made it. Some people did, no matter what. It wasn't the end of the world, even though it looked like it, perhaps. Let's see what it says at the bottom. This star right here, though, this one right here is cool. Look at that. It just pulls a 90 degree. That is interesting, isn't it? Out of all those right there, I'm like most intrigued by that. Let's see what this says in closer detail here. Copyright 1881, the November meteors as observed between midnight and 5 o'clock a.m. on the night of November 13th through 14th, 1868. So 1868. The November meteors. Oh boy. It's November now. Just turned November, guys. Let us pray for no meteors. All right. And that is it, guys. That's my last slide for today. I'm going to come to you again, hopefully shortly. I want to start doing more of these commentary videos. I just don't always have the time for it or the space to do it in. So I love you guys. As always, I will see you next time on another Northern Michigan adventure.